Prognathodon is a brand new mosasaur to enter Path of Titans as a mod. This is made by the Arazoa team, which has brought other mods like the Prognathodon. Now, of course, this is their newest mod. This has been in development for quite some time, and I'm very excited to show it off to you. So, let's get into it. Firstly, these are the species. You've got Prognathodon Saturator, which has, obviously, these have no stat changes. You've got Giganteus, and then you've got Vaporensis, which is the Slim Boy, which personally is my favorite one out of the bunch. The male and female, there's no difference in the coloration on the default skin for them. So this is the baby Prognathodon, and it is honestly absolutely adorable. It's like most mosasaurs, a giant monitor lizard. Now, I can't zoom out further than this, so this is the best you'll be able to see when I have a look at the front. But one thing I do want to point out here is that this thing gets a bite attack as standard, and if you were to have a look at some of the other abilities that you could equip as standard as well when you're a baby, you can get some of these as well. Tail attack, back limb, and the passive as well, which you can just get free of charge. But you want to test the damage on an unlucky Kaiwekia. By the way, I do want to point out this is a 4-slot. Kaiwekia is a 3-slot, but so if you want to compare this to other mods, the Mosasaurus by Divine Beast is a 5-slot. Leviathan, I believe, is a 5-slot as well. But this is the damage, of course, on a Kaiwekia. Or the baby's bite. There you go. That's that. It's pretty decent. It's okay. I mean, it's a baby. What can you expect? And now let's go ahead and showcase all of the audio in terms of, the vocalizations for this creature. I do want to point out before I get into that though, mobility as a baby isn't that bad. Look at the turning, by the way, in the water. That is really, really nice. And movement, it's not the fastest in the world, but it's decent regardless. Anyways, the vocalizations, let's showcase them. Now, of course, the fully grown Prognathodon, as you can see, compared to a Kaiwekia in length, it is longer. In terms of the bulk, it's pretty much similar as well. But we do get a lot of abilities that we need to talk about here. So let's go ahead and just dive right into all of them and talk about them all. So this playable has a lot of abilities. Let's start with the passive. You've got Ravenous Toxin, which is while within 60 meters of a creature suffering from venom, you gain a 15% increased turn radius. Now, you have a bunch of head slots here. You've got a bite that causes medium damage, charged bite that inflicts venom and can be held to increase damage dealt. Then you get Fin Tear, which is a bite targeting the fins. It applies bleed and a 5% slow upon hit, stacks up to 3 times. Then you've got Neurotoxin Snap, which is a venomous bite that applies neurotoxin, a debuff that doubles the oxygen depletion rate of the target while slowing their stamina regeneration to a halt. It's stackable up to 4 times. So you get a brand new ability there, or a mechanic, which is Neurotoxin, which is really cool. Next, you go to your sensors. You get Ambusher Mentality, which increases your swim speed by 15%, but decreases max stamina by 25%. Brawler Mentality, which increases damage by 10% and armor by 15%, but decreases max stamina by 10%. Then you have Stalker Mentality, which increases swim, trot speed by 20% and stamina recovery by 35%, but lowers swimming sprint speed by 5% as well. Then you go to your metabolism. You get Hyper Carnivore, which only allows you to eat fish, fresh meat. Heavy Cruncher, which allows you to eat shellfish, bones. And then Fisher, which is meat and fish. And that's the standard one there. You go to your hide, you get Barnacle Crusted Skin, which increases armor by 15%. Scabbing Blood, which increases bleed healing by 40% and stamina regen by 15%. Then you go to Streamlined Scales, which increases swim speed and swim turning speed by 10%. To your back limb, you get Breach and Clamp, which is a lunging bite that will grab onto enemies and hold them for as long as your stamina allows. Toxic Lunge is a powerful lunge laced with neurotoxin, applies 4 stacks of neurotoxin to any creature hit. And then you go to your tail, you've got your Dart, which is a lunge forward when in the water. You can also leap out the water. Hypercereal Fin, which increases swim speed by 5% and 15% to acceleration. And Tail Attack, which deals moderate damage and knockback. You get 2 vocal abilities as well. You get Diver's Hum, which decreases your oxygen drain by 90%, which is insane, and your stamina drain by 20% for 90 seconds. Then you've got Song of the Shell Crusher, which reduces the armor and ailment resistance for all playables within 50 meters by 15%. It's stackable up to 2 times. It's a really nice ability, but of course, let's go ahead and showcase all of them in game. So, that is the ability animations. So let's go ahead and showcase them on this very unfortunate Kaiwekia. We're going to start with the standard bite attack and show that off. And that's the standard bite attack there. It's a nice damaging bite. It has a 1-second cooldown as well. So you can quickly tear apart some opponents like this Kaiwekia. And there you go. The next one is the charged bite. So this one is one that does more damage with how much you charge it up. And it applies, as far as I'm aware, a little bit of neurotoxin. There you go. Next abilities you have are Fintear, which doesn't do that much damage, and it has a long cooldown. And the other one is Neurotoxin Snap, which does a bit more damage, but obviously will apply that neurotoxin. You can just about see the effect of it. It looks like the standard Venom effect, so that is that. The next ability that you get is the Breaching Clamp. Now, this, of course, works in 2 ways. Obviously, you hit opponents like that. If I lower the growth of this Kaiwekia, I should be able to grab it. So we're going to go ahead and give that a test really quickly. And there you go. As you can see, I am now carrying the Kaiwekia in my mouth. So it doesn't do that to fully grown Kaiwekias or your Rhinosauruses. It will only do that to little baby ones. The next one right here is the Toxic Lunge, which looks like that in terms of damage. A lot of damage. That took me 3 times to do because you've got a sweet spot, right? When you get the lunge going, you don't deal any damage. If you do it before the lunge starts, you don't deal any damage either. So do bear that in mind. And the other thing I want to quickly showcase is this tail attack and how that looks. So, not that much knockback. But actually, it seems like a lot more than I thought. And it's got a decent cooldown, 5 seconds roughly. So that is that. And the other thing, obviously, is the dart. You can leap out the water. And there you go. Streamlined Scales is a hide I just want to quickly showcase because it increases your speed slightly, but also your turning. Look at that turning. It's so nice for a 4-slot aquatic creature. It turns really well. In terms of a race, if you want to make them race, I believe the Kaiwekia is just about faster than the Prognathodon. Or am I just catching up? I might just be catching up. It looks like these guys... No, never mind. The Kaiwekia is faster. There you go. This is even with streamlined scales on and a very default Kaiwekia as well to bear in mind there. Now, the last thing I want to showcase with the Prognathodon is all of the skins, because it has quite a few, and these are all really nicely put together. Hopefully, you can see them nice and clear here, but these are them. You've got your patterns for your default skin here. Then you go to your blueback skin, which is a gorgeous, gorgeous skin. I love this one. It's one of my favorites. You got coral, another favorite as well. And then you have poison. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to say it again. It is another favorite. And you go to regal. Once again, another favorite. They've crushed it with these skins. And also look at the scale textures on the model as well. Ripple is the next skin as well. Bio is a nice bioluminescent skin. Then you've got Sandback, another gorgeous skin. Scarred, Orca. Then you have Murky, Sakaro, Death Strider, and then you have Leopard, another favorite there, and Rust. And that's all of the skins of the Prognathodon. Let me know your thoughts about these in the comments down below. Which one is your favorite? So there we go, everybody. That is the brand new Prognathodon mod that is now available within Path of Titans for you to check out. It's a really nice little creature to come to the game. It's not even little, it's quite big. And I've got to say, the animations and the movement of this guy is so nice. The replay mode shots that I'll have in this video will not do it justice, because replay mode is bugged a little bit at the moment, where like swimming animations just don't show at all for some reason. But I love it. Big fan of this one. It's one of my favorite new mods. And also, if you want to check out another new mod, I recommend you check out the Housecaraptor video that I uploaded the other day, or earlier today, in fact. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one. Have a great day. Peace.